The number of teen pregnancies has increased by a significant amount over the past few years. It is not a surprise to walk through public and point out at least one or two pregnant teens or spot a teenage couple who have a kid or a couple kids. The National Campaign to Prevent Teen Pregnancy states that each year about 750,000 teenagers become pregnant. Now, not all teen pregnancies are unplanned, but planned or not, each teen parent has to deal with consequences because they are so young. I would like to inform you about the consequences such as responsibility, education, and work. A lot of young parents don't understand or have the knowledge of how much is involved in being a parent at such a young age. There are so many responsibilities that come along with parenting a child. A baby requires a lot of attention, and teenagers have other responsibilities such as school and have a hard time juggling between school and parenting. Most of the teen parents that I know still like to have fun, but they have to take time out of their day to care for their child. They don't have time to party or attend school events, and if they are a single parent, then they don't have much time for themselves either. Being young and having to take on so many responsibilities, your stress level rises dramatically. Not being able to take time for yourself, you start to feel overwhelmed. And feeling that way, you start to reduce the things that stress you out the most. And usually the first thing to go is school. With all the time and attention you have to give your child, other important things could slip your mind. Not all, but a good percentage of teen parents drop out of high school or don't further their education. The Youth Noise webpage states that 4 out of 10 teenage mothers actually finish high school, but that leaves 60% of teenage mothers who do drop out of school. With so much on their minds, they don't have the ambition or the will to finish school or to keep their grades high enough to graduate. Education is very important these days, especially if you want to go into a career. There aren't many jobs that will hire without at least a high school diploma, and a lot of the other jobs are also now requiring a college degree also. It is very hard to find a good job that makes enough money to support yourself with a higher education. With having a child or children, it is very important to have a good paying job to support your family financially. According to the WiseGeek website, the article, How Much Does It Cost to Raise a Child in the United States? Catherine Swan states that it costs almost $11,000 a year alone to raise a child. Working a minimum wage job, you aren't going to have that amount of money to support your child. Trying to finish your education and taking care of your child, only a part-time job seems reasonable. And it really is the only way you can still take care of your child and go to school if you continue to educate yourself. But there is no way possible to support your child or family on minimum wage and with no government help. The ideal job would be a full-time job working at least 30 hours a week. It will still be hard to pay for everything, especially if you are a single parent, but you will be better off working a full-time job. The pay is usually a lot better with a full-time job, but it's not always guaranteed. It would be very hard to work 30 hours a week and care for your child. Although teen pregnancy is more common these days, the consequences and responsibilities are still the same. Teenagers are expected to act like adults and do everything an older parent would do, such as time, dedication, work, and nurturing. Everyone is capable of taking on these tasks, but sometimes it can be harder for a younger person to take on all these responsibilities, especially if you aren't prepared. But knowing all the things you may need to know before becoming a parent, things may come a little easier on young parents who don't necessarily have the means to parent at the time.